Mustangs fans, Josh Irvin back here, joined by Mustangs forward Eddie Peterson. Eddie, fourth year in a Mustangs uniform. Your first couple years, you were a role-playing guy. You got in every once in a while. Last year, career year for you, a goal and 4 assists, 5 points. Your numbers don't speak for the talent level on the ice because you do a lot more than score. You're getting guys going, moving things around. But first things first, 75 total games played. That is the most games played on this roster this year. Coming into camp, how did that feel knowing that you were like one of the guys with the most games played and experience in the NA3HL?
I mean, yeah, it's always a good thing to have games played under your belt. Coming into main camp, I just tried to, get the younger guys going in those systems a little bit, and then just see the competition was there. I loved it, so it was good.
And then coming into this season, young roster. We talked about it last night. Talked about it with Johnny Switzer, talked about it with GM Blake Ortman, we talked about it on the broadcast. But being one of them veteran guys, getting these younger guys, everybody on the same page, how difficult of a task is that? Especially guys that maybe are not from around here that haven't gone through the camps and stuff with you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely hard for out-of-town guys, but I think this year we have a great group of guys in the locker room that we've already gelled together. And then last night game didn't go very well, but we'll hopefully bring it back tonight.
And then, again, being a leader, whether you've got a letter on your sweater or not, what does that mean to you for this organization? This is in your backyard, being from Edwards, what does that mean for you?
It's awesome. Just growing up here, watching the Mustangs throughout my life, watching my uncle coach Mustangs, watching Reeder play the COVID year, and then it's just a dream come true.
And I mentioned, your first couple of years, you were more of a role-playing guy. And I always revert back, one thing that is going to live in my brain in Mustangs lore for life was the game where I was taking video guys coming out on the ice. And you're getting guys pumped up in the tunnel coming out for warm-ups. Is that something that you've just always been that way, or is that something you developed over those first couple of years here?
It's something I developed over the first couple of years. I decided, after my first year, I was kind of like a quiet guy, and I decided to, step it up a little bit, try to be more vocal for the guys, and try to be that hype guy when I'm not in the lineup,
And a number of people, they look at stats, they look at numbers, and they don't see the intangibles. And I've joked with you about seriously joked with you about intangibles before. But, coming through and being a guy with, 7 total points in your career, but what you bring to the table, how do you convey that to other people? And they're like, well, he's got 7 career points, but you're like, hey, I do more than score points. I'm a voice as well.
Yeah, I don't really get too caught up in points and all that. I just try to do my thing every night and see what happens,
And looking ahead to this 24-25 season, small sample size thus far. We're 1 game in, 60 minutes of hockey played. But what are some goals for you personally and team-oriented that you'd like to achieve this season?
I would love to make it back to the playoffs from not making it last year. That'd be really great. And I think the Mustangs fans would expect a lot of battle from us this year, from the younger guys.
And you segued perfectly to my next question with, what would you want to convey to the Mustangs fans? Expect battle. And that's been a lot of what's been said, through every interview I've done through training camp. Last night, everybody's like, hey, we're going to battle, we're going to play hard. But one last question before we bid our fair due and you go out and stretch out and get ready for tonight's contest. In your NA3HL career, spanning those 75 games, what's the most memorable moment for Eddie Peterson?
Probably my showcase goal, probably. I love watching it back, watching Josh say, let's go fishing, Ed. Let's go fishing after this. Yeah, it was that was sick, yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest. I didn't know you scored the goal until I saw you screaming by the Dashers excited. So it's one of them things. I get one view and one view only, but Mustangs fans, that's forward Eddie Peterson. Eddie, thanks for your time and best luck out there tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.